So there's this mysterious door in my room that stays closed basically the vast majority of the time. And I decided it's probably a good idea to open that door and see what lurks behind it. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to turn on the little switch, open up the door, see what's inside. A huge mess. So, I have lived in this house for, how long now? Like 16 years. So, this is full of a bunch of stuff that I probably had, about 16 years ago. So, yeah. So, let's just, where do we start? Well, we got this piggy bank here that I don't know, is anything in there? Yeah, there's stuff in there. That's interesting. So let's see, what kind of stuff do we have in here? We do have the Nerf box. Pretty sure I took all the stuff that was in here out. So yeah, there's that. This is a sort of video game type thing. It has like controls on it right there, and you can play. It was one of those plug and play type things. You can plug it in and you can play all sorts of little 8-bit games and whatnot. So we got all these books here. This is basically where I kept all my books that I never read because I didn't like to read when I was a kid. But yeah, so you got all this stuff. Books like, I don't know what this is. Amelia Bedelia and the Surprise Shower. Looks like a work for the scholars right there. Verdi, I did remember looking at this when I was little. I think this is just the story of like this snake, and he's called Verdi. And outside of that, I have no idea what happens. This is a classic right here. Oh, drop it. Why don't wait? Oh, it got stuck inside of something very interesting. Do you know what it means to miss New Orleans? This is a piece. This is a choir piece that I did in my first ever all-state honor choir back in 2008. I was 10 years old, so that was really cool. And yeah, so we got The Giving Tree by Shel Silverstein. This is a classic book right here. And speaking of Shel Silverstein, we got this huge book. Well, kind of huge. Shel Silverstein, Falling Up. And it's basically just a bunch of silly short stories for children. And I remember laughing really hard at a lot of these things. I got another book of this somewhere. So yeah, and then there's all this other stuff that I don't know what it is. My first atlas. Oh, interesting. I remember a long time ago. Excuse me. I was very interested in maps. So of course you open this up and it's got the nice map of the world. It's got all this. It's got all this cool stuff. It's got a nice map of the United States. And yeah, I was just interested by, geography and stuff like that, and just looking at maps, being able to know where things are in this great big wonderful beautiful crazy world of ours. Monsters Inc. book. I still got a bunch of them. There's some down there. These are basically just all the characters from the Monsters Inc. movie. It sort of tells the story of the movie from the perspective of all the different characters. I'll probably have all of them somewhere around here. I gotta tell this story. Okay, so this is Santa's Holiday Playlist, a musical for young voices. This is a musical that I did, I want to say in like 8th grade. I was part of the Gifted and Talented Music program, and we did this musical for 8th grade. And I remember opening night, the guy who was supposed to play Santa Claus, his name was Len, he never showed up. He straight up bailed. So we had a guy replacing him who didn't know any of his lines, so he just held this thing open and read all the lines, and it was atrocious. It was terrible, and yeah, I don't know if too many people forgave that guy for not showing up. He was very talented too. He was like the most talented guy in the group, and he just straight up didn't show up. So that was weird. Oh my goodness. First act discovery guitar. Yeah, I got this little guitar when I was about 8 years old, and I wanted to learn how to play guitar. So I still have this guitar. Whoa, hold on. Let's see what it's got. It's got a bunch of lessons and stuff, things to learn. But really, all I did was just strum the guitar with all my might and pretend that I was playing a song. Ooh, here's a classic. James and the Giant Peach by Roald Dahl, which has a very interesting reference to Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, also written by Roald Dahl. And let's see if I can actually find that. I'm not sure that I'll be able to. Yeah, no, this is... Hold on. These are all the characters. Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, wait, I think I just passed it. Come on. This is a weird book. I don't actually remember how this goes, how this book went. I don't remember the plot. Well, I remember the basic plot of it. There was a little boy who became an orphan who lived with some really horrible people, and then a giant peach grew, and he went on an adventure with the giant peach. So, that's interesting. What else do we have here? We have this random can of paint back here for some reason. These drawers. Actually, let's look at this bottom one, see what's in here. Yep, looks like some crayons. A video game for a console that is for babies. Oh, here it is. The, what is that called? The V-Smile. Yeah, it's a little baby console. Just some instructions for stuff that I never really used. So, that's interesting. Now, this drawer up here I actually want to show. It has some pretty fascinating stuff. So, we got a James Blunt album, Back to Bedlam, and I never opened this, which is surprising. I don't know why I never opened this. So it's brand new. Don't know if this would go on the internet for a decent price, but yeah, there's that. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna put that away. And we got all this stuff in here. Now, when I was around 7, year 2005 probably, I would, this is when I first got into like singing music and whatnot, and what I would do is I would look for the songs on the internet, I would look for the lyrics, and I would print out the lyrics, and I just sing the songs all day long. So there we got one right there that I did a recording of this recently, Coldplay, Speed of Sound, which I might release to my YouTube channel at some point. But yeah, that's basically what I would do. And I remember just looking back through all this stuff. And there's no like one genre that I was into back in the day. It was just stuff that I thought sounded cool, and that's basically how I define my taste in music today. Is just what sounds cool to me, you know, like what takes me on a journey. Now I realize a lot of this stuff was taking me on a journey that I really didn't need to go down, like this one. But yeah, that's just, I don't know, just some interesting stuff. Now I took out a middle drawer here, and I wonder what is in here. Oh, here it is. So I was obsessed with calculators at one point back when I was in 2nd grade, and this is one of my calculators, and of course it doesn't work. But it's a little itty-bitty thing. And I believe that I would actually pretend that this thing was a cell phone at one point. I would, like, hold it up to my ear and go, hello? Oh, man. Oh, it's dusty in there. Oh, boy. But I also found this. This is Little Baby Me from 2003. Let's see, 2003. So I would have been 6, maybe 5 years old at this time. So yeah, there's that. There's a little prayer right here. It says, Jesus born in Bethlehem, bless all the children of the world, of all races and nations, and keep them safe from all evil. Amen. So that's pretty cool. Another picture of me. There I am. Now, this was back in 2005, I'm pretty sure. And if you want to know what I was like back in 2005, well, look through that drawer with all the music, and I would basically just be a little doofy kid that would sing music and come home and watch TV all day. He would watch a lot of Nickelodeon is what he would do. That's what he would do. Yep. Or PBS Kids. It took me a long time to grow out of PBS Kids. So let's go ahead and put this back. Now I want to show you these drawers. So we got these. These are all labeled with different things that there's basically nothing in them that has anything to do with the labels anymore. So we got the make-believe drawer. What do we have in here? Oh, let's see. We got a toy phone right here. And I believe it actually still works. Kinda. There it is. See? And it's got a little camera button, and it's got a little fake camera on the back, so you push it and... There we go. And it takes a picture. So that's pretty interesting. And then we got this Nokia. Still unbreakable, so that's cool. We got all this other stuff here. We got this spy gear stuff. This is actually a film camera. This is a little kit. You put the film in here. And for those of you who don't remember what film is, you are too young. So yeah, you put film in here, and it was like a little set of binoculars. You look through it, and you take a picture by pushing this little button right here. And then you get the film developed, so that's cool. And you got all this weird CSI stuff that I never played with. So yeah, and then there's these. These I actually specifically asked for at one point. These are My Jam drumsticks. Basically, you plug it into like an iPhone or something, and then you play drums along to it, and it actually makes the drum sounds. So that's pretty cool. Never played with it though. So we got all this other interesting stuff here. We got little walkie-talkie watches. That's cool. So yeah, there's that drawer. Open up the video drawer, and there's not much left in here except for an empty Shrek box. Fantastic Mr. Fox. Now, I never actually watched this, and it looks like somebody took the DVD out. We got Buddy right here, which I don't remember what that's from. And then we have this. This was my box for Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, which I actually don't know where the DVD for that is, but it's probably scratched so horribly bad. Oh, actually, I know where it is. It's over there. Yeah, and it is scratched so horribly bad that you can't watch it. So, audio-visual, there's basically nothing in here except for maybe a few, like, Transformer instructions and some connector pieces. Lego, there are no Legos in here. I used to have, like, over thousands of Legos. And they have since vanished into the void. So what else we got? Action figures. There are no action figures. Well, actually, no. There's one little action figure. This is a broken Transformer. This is little Soundwave. I believe he's based off of the the Transformers Cybertron series. Yeah, and as you can see, his leg is broken, but yeah, that's a little Soundwave. And then there's some other stuff in here. A 2008 Calendar of Space, which is cool, even though I never even actually used it. So there's that. Marbles and maze runs. I used to have this whole set of marble run things, which was really cool. And as you can see, there's nothing in there that has anything to do with that, and there's another Transformers instruction sheet. Trains and tracks. Seth has all that now. And connects. Yeah, there's a few pieces. So there's that. What else we got? Now back here is something I find ever most interesting. Back here is a Spider-Man pinball machine. I never took it out. I don't know if it would ever even work. And it's just sitting back there. And sometimes I think about just taking it out, putting it together, seeing what it would be like. It's a little kid thing, so not entirely sure how much fun I would have with it, but, it's just interesting that I have this really cool thing that I probably should have taken out a long time ago and probably would have spent a lot of time playing with, and I just never did. So, yeah, I guess there's that. There's this box over here that's filled with a bunch of stuff that I took from my grandparents' house when my grandparents passed away. There's this little radio thing, a little toy radio. I think that you could actually, tune into, some radio stations on this thing. So that's pretty interesting. This is a ball. Ball turns inside out when you push all the buttons. But it's really difficult to do with one hand. So there's that. Turns inside out. Like an origami set or whatever. These things. Oh gosh. Who remembers this? A little magnetic drawing board. You can draw on, do whatever you want, and then you erase it all by sliding this thing across. And of course, it doesn't really work anymore. Unfortunately. What else we got? Well, up there we have what looks like a Monopoly game. And on top of that, of course, is my box for one of the Transformers. I highly doubt that this is complete. But yeah, that exists in case you want to ruin friendships. There's this thing, this box of stuff, which just has a bunch of books that I never read. Probably never read. And in here, what is in here? Well, it looks like the only thing that's actually in here is this baseball glove. Oh, no, there's a couple other things in there. But, yeah, I went through a baseball phase for a little while. It was pretty fun. I never actually played baseball with anybody, except for a little bit of kickball with my cousin in my grandparents' backyard. What else we got in here? Just some train tracks. What is this? I have no idea what that is. This is a piece of pool chalk, some billiards chalk. I actually still have a little teeny tiny billiards table that I used to play with. So that's pretty cool. I actually made a video on that a little while ago. Dartboard back there. Space projector. A lot of stuff to pass on to future generations, in case they, for some reason, want it. I don't know. But yeah, that was a little trip down memory lane through the closet of the worst mess ever. What is this? The Inventor's Times, real life stories of 30 amazing creations. Oh, this actually might be an interesting look. I might actually give this a look right quick. So yeah, there's oh my goodness, Kids Bop. Yeah, everybody was into Kids Bop when I was little, and by everybody I mean everybody that was important to me, which by that I mean me. So yeah, all the classics. There's probably a good song on here. Yeah, there it is. Move Along. I love that song. All American Rejects. And You're Beautiful by James Blunt. And just a bunch of stuff that I listened to. And a bunch of other stuff that I didn't listen to. So yeah, there's that. So that's my little closet. Oh, one more thing. This was actually for one of my domino record attempts, I believe. Yeah. I set up a domino record attempt in here, and it was while my parents were hosting Bible study at our house. And I would have a whole bunch of friends over, and I would have them, I would be in charge of, looking after them. And there was one day when I didn't come back before Bible study started, because I had swim team, so I had to I had a bunch of dominoes set up, so I put up the sign that says, "Do not enter. Please wait in the bedroom until Alex has come back. I have left some trains in there for Ashton to play with. If you want to use my computer, the password is thanks." Yeah. That's my computer over there that doesn't work anymore. So, yeah, that's my little closet of remembrance and memories and all the other things that are interesting in this world. So, yeah.